We are moving to the next speaker today, Mr. Sunil Keswarao. Mr. Sunil Keswarao is a CBSE master trainer and a resource person, British Council Cambridge master trainer, and Sir is from Eaglavia Model Residential School, Nashik. Bestowed with International Award, Innovation and Dedicated Teaching Faculty Award, State Level Teacher Award, C.V. Raman National Award, and more than that, so many awards Sir have already won. So it is our pleasure to introduce you to the audience to interact about building emotional quotient. So Mr. Sunil Bakre kindly enable as well as empower and help us to have a brainstorming about the need of building emotional quotient.
Very good afternoon to one and all those who are present on this great evening. First of all, I should thank Dr. Priyadarshini Naik sir and Dr. AP Sharma sir for such a valuable discussion they have organized here. And it is really a need of our, I should say. And all the eminent panelists are also available, as well as the great audience are listening to us. So here you see something is there, that is हम नकारात्मक भावनाओं को पूरी तरह से बच नहीं सकते, लेकिन हम अपनी सकारात्मक भावनाओं को बढ़ाकर उन्हें दबाने का विकल्प जरूर चुन सकते हैं. Means we may not able to completely come out of the negativity, but there is a choice to have a kind of positivity, and we have that choice to have that positivity, and if we have that positivity, we can impart it in our students. That is what I should say. Now here is one picture, and it tells us many things, that when we are losing our emotions, where we are out of our emotions, we can see that so many things are happening. We have not even imagined that all these things happen in our body, that when we are angry, when there is fear, when we are disgust, what about sadness, surprise, and all these things are happening in our day-to-day life in 24 hours. All these things happen at the various moments. So when these situations come, we should have that kind of power, we should have that kind of energy, that kind of attitude to handle this situation. And that is nothing but handling the emotions, or managing the emotion, that we should say. Now, what exactly is EQ? That is emotion. It plays very important role. So emotional intelligence is simply defined as knowing what feels good, what feels bad, and how to get from bad to good. And that is a very simple definition, I should say, of emotional quotient or emotional intelligence, we can say. One and the same thing. Knowing your emotion and knowing your emotions of others. This is a two-way process. We should know our emotions, and we should know the emotions of others. We should understand the emotions of others. That is also very important. And then there will be a kind of facilitating communication, a facilitating relationship between two people. It also refers to the emotional management skill, which provides competency to balance the emotion. We should be able to see positive and negative emotions are going to be there, but how we manage the balance in between these, that is very important. And reason, so as to maximize the long-term happiness. These all things are necessary to have a long term of happiness. Now, what is emotional quotient exactly? It is nothing but the measure of our emotional or intelligence, that is ability to manage both, that is emotions as well as cognitive skills. Because as earlier Madam has said, that these two together gives the success and gives the happiness. So more we focus on cognitive than emotions. But here you find, first it's your emotions. Emotions plays very important role. When our emotions are in a proper way, proper stage, then only cognitive skills also can work. So emotions play very important role, and then only comes cognitive. But rather than that, we focus more on cognitive skills. Now, how to achieve, or what is exactly emotional quotient, or what are the competencies? Its competencies are empathy, intuition, creativity, flexibility, very important, resilience, as it is earlier said, coping with stress, management, integrity, authenticity, interpersonal and intrapersonal skills. So all this comes in emotional quotient. In short, I should say that all the life skills are encircled in this. We say life skills, but most of the life skills, maximum of the life skills are related, are attached to the rings of emotions. So that is very important. Now, why emotional quotient? Why we should have this emotional quotient? That we will see. A high quality of IQ will get you a job or get you a kind of service or any kind of part. But to get through the life, we need emotional quotient. But most of the schools capitalize on improving the IQ. Every school, though we speak so many things, though we discuss so many things, but on actual platform, if you see, schools focus more on IQ, less on EQ and SQ. So it is very important nowadays to focus more on EQ and SQ rather than going for the IQ, because IQ is a genetic factor, it is inborn factor, it can flourish on its own, but SQ and EQ are given comparatively lesser important. Why? EQ represents the character of a person. Very important thing, what is necessary, what is required, what is needed is the character. Next is SQ represent the charisma of a person. Similarly, cue into the habit of improve these three, that is IQ, SQ and EQ will be more, especially for IQ and SQ is more important to flourish the IQ. So when we want to flourish, explore IQ, more important is SQ and EQ. So it should be given more importance according to my opinion and according to the researchers. Now earlier also Dr. A.P. Sharma sir has said that what is EQ and what is the difference between IQ. But here it is shown that how much it works. You will be surprised to see this. But researchers have shown that IQ can help you to be successful to extent of 20% only in life. And rest of the 80% depends on EQ. So you will understand how much important is EQ, and we are running behind the IQ. We are running behind achieving the IQ, which is inborn factor mostly. Now, here, what we need to do for the children, especially for children, what we need to do so that these children will able to cope up, will able to get, will able to develop their EQ. So do not prepare road for the children, prepare children for the road. Very important, every educated should underline and should highlight this sentence. Do not prepare road for the children, but prepare children for the road, and they will able to travel this road. They will able to continue traveling on this road. So very important thing is preparing the road for the children for the road, not the road for the children. Now, in the current context of COVID-19, this is very good example actually. Many professional, successful people are going through bouts of depression, anxiety, many kind of confusion and all. So they couldn't manage their emotion only because they haven't seen that this kind of unpredicted or adversity, as Dr. Sharma sir has also said, that this is adversity quotient. Now the quotient, different quotients are coming up. Like vision quotient is there, digital quotient is come nowadays. Then anxiety, adversity quotient is come to handle the anxiety. So these are the new eras, new kind of exploring part is taking place here. Now, can emotional quotient be enhanced? This is a very good question. Actually, we should ask ourselves, or we should discuss this, whether it should be, it can be enhanced or not. Then the answer comes here. Emotional awareness is best inculcated from an early age, and there we are missing. Every school in the early stage, in the family, this should be kept in mind that children should be prepared for the educational process, for the next educational process, starting from EQ, that is emotional quotient, then the educational. So E to E, that is emotion to education, then and then only the person will be successful in life. We have heard so many stories in various newspapers and all that the person was first in the board exams and gold medalist and got a job of 10 lakh rupees package and whatever it is, but have committed suicides. Why all these things happen? Because they are not able to manage their emotions, they are not able to cope up with the emotions, and that is the reason why they reach or why they take this kind of step. So emotions play very important role in the life for coming out of it. Now, the 5 ways to develop the emotional quotient, we will discuss in short. What are the 5 ways to develop the emotional quotient. Now, according to the Talent Smart and Johnson & Johnson's research, it is proved, it is said that 90% of high performance in the workplace possesses EQ. Those people who are high EQ will have 90% of high performance, while 80% of low performance have low EQs. One more example will be coming in the next slide, but here it is very clear that 90% of the successful are having high EQ and 80% of the low performance having low EQ. So EQ matters. EQ matters here, though we are not taking it into consideration, but it matters. Now, first is manage your negative emotions. Very important. All through our life, all through our day, we come across negative emotions, but how to manage, that is very important. Now, when you are able to manage your negative emotions, you are less likely to get overwhelmed. Practice mindfulness. Practicing mindfulness is very important. At the work, whether the school is there or workplace is there, we have to practice mindfulness. For example, if someone gets like upset, I will give some elaborating example. If someone gets example, you don't jump to the conclusion. We generally have a tendency or habit to jump to the conclusion. Instead, allow yourself to look at the situation in a variety of way and try to look at it, look at the things objectively. If we look at the thing objectively, if we do not rush directly to the conclusion, that will be a good solution to that particular problem. So managing emotions is very important. Instead of jumping to the conclusion, instead of rushing to the conclusion, we should have objective type of thinking over that problem. Second is be mindful of vocabulary. Very important. What we speak, what we express. So focus on becoming stronger communicator. We should become a very stronger communicator at a working place, that is a school or whichever place we are working. Emotionally intelligent people tend to use a specific word. Using specific word is very important. That can help the communicator communicate the deficiencies, and they immediately work at the kind of improving the situation. Third is practice empathy. Already all the speakers have said what is empathy and how to practice the empathy. But in short, I'll tell you, that is nothing but kind of containing on verbal and non-verbal type of cues can make you invaluable insight into feelings of your colleagues. That is practicing or focusing on others and walking in their shoes. Already it is said that walking in the shoes, other shoes is very important. Even if we just for a moment, we should understand, we should keep ourselves in their place, and then we know exactly what is their situation, what is their problem, and what are our perspectives regarding other person. So empathetic statement do not excuse, that is unexpected behavior, but they remain for a very shorter time, but we rush to the conclusion and we rush to the kind of output. That is the thing. Now, next is know your stress. We are all having stress. Some or the other kind of stress is there, but take stock of what stress you are having and be proactive to it, and less to negativity. Go towards the positivity of that kind, of that situation, of that problem. And last is nothing but bounce back. That is the resilience. Bounce back from the adversity. Nowadays we are facing such a big adversity. Day-to-day life we will find since last almost 1.5 years, we are moving all this world through this COVID-19, and everyone is encountering challenges. All these challenges, we react to these challenges, but resilience is very important. Bouncing back to the normal situation is very important. And so emotional quotient can evolve over times as long as you have the like a deserve to increase our positivity. And every person has the challenges, has adversity, but coming out of it is very important. Now, a study was conducted, as I already said, very important. All of us should focus on this. After studying 60 IAS officers of Assam cadre, it was found that 77% of them fall in the category of average IQ. They had average IQ, and only 15% showed high IQ. Just imagine these people who are running a state, who are running district, or even a state or a country or whatever it is. Then this is the condition, how much EQ is important, what role it plays. This is to be thought. Now, what are the characteristics? Simple characteristics are given when a person is having high IQ, or we can, high EQ or high intelligence. We can understand that that person is not afraid to express his or her feeling. He is not dominated by negative emotion, balances the feeling with reason, logic, and reality, is independent and self-reliant and morally autonomous, is more motivated by power, wealth, status, fame, or approval, is interested in other people's feeling, very important, interested in other people's feeling, and is not immobilized by fear or worry. A time to speak and time to be silent. Person should understand when to speak and when to be silent. Problems are solved. And usually we go wrong at this point, and is emotionally resilient. That is the a very important characteristic of EQ. Now, conclusion. Now we can easily see the conclusion that out of this all, when we develop the EQ, when we grow through this EQ, then what are the different perspectives? What are the conclusions? Here are the conclusion we can see here in front of us, that we become very comfortable with ourselves. Very important is becoming comfortable with ourselves. Asking is ourselves. You can also understand what makes you more compatible and with certain people's job, and learn why to deal with the emotion difficulty. You can also understand the specific feelings that causes your stress, and learn the way to become more peaceful, so we can become more peaceful. Now, we know that here is a very kind of catchy type of picture is shown, how much is EQ and how much is IQ important in the life, where we understand that as I said earlier also, EQ is more important. It is a root, and the IQ is the fruit of it. So thank you very much for giving me the chance to express my views regarding EQ here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sunil sir. As you have already mentioned, a time to speak and a time to be silent. As we all are experiencing this pandemic condition, either we are in our school or in our home, wherever we are, we have to practice this particular thing so that we will be able to spread happiness. A time to speak and a time to be silent. That is a takeaway. Mainly, you have already told. And so also you told that be mindful of your vocabulary. I hope when we combine these two sentences together, a time to speak and a time to be silent, and be mindful of your vocabulary, surely we will be able to build a better future wherever we are. Thank you so much, sir, for enabling and already empowering us. Thanks a lot.